Welcome to NinonSpeaks. I'm your host, Ninon de Rosa, and my co-host is AJ Dean. Sit back and enjoy the show. Welcome to NinonSpeaks. I'm Ninon de Rosa, your host, and I have a fabulous show actually coming up. We have a reoccurring guest, and the reason we have this, well, there's several reasons of this reoccurring guest. Because he's a great guy and he's Italian, that's number one. Number two is because he just recently opened up a restaurant. But first of all, I would like to thank our audience out there for tuning in, for making this show such a success. It's been amazing. We have just won, actually, I think it's 5 awards. Is that correct, AJ? Do you want to clue me in for that?
It's 10 awards, and you are the finalist of the Vegas Movie Awards for Best TV Web Series and Best Web Series TV Pilot. So congratulations, Ninon.
That's absolutely amazing. I want to thank, because if it wasn't for all the people watching us and out there, this would not happen. So let's tune in. I don't ever introduce a guest. I normally don't pre-interview a guest either, but I happen to know this guest quite well. Go ahead, AJ.
It's my great honor to introduce the wonderful and magnificent celebrity chef Tarantino, and he has a new restaurant he just opened up. And it's my great honor to introduce him and welcome him. Hello, a warm welcome to Chef Tarantino. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Tarantino, you are looking amazing. I don't know how you look so good, because you have been up, I think, every day working 10, 12, 15 hours a day. How's the new restaurant going on?
Magnificent. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of work, but when you love something, it's really not work. I mean, you get tired, don't get me wrong, but It's a lot of fun and I love it, and the guests are enjoying it, and that's what keeps me motivated and keep on going more and more. Actually, we were supposed to only be open 5 days, but we keep opening it up on our 2 days we're not supposed to be open.
I know you're closed Monday and Tuesday, right?
That's correct.
But I know, because I was talking to you the other Monday and you were so busy. You said, I've got to do this party and I got to do this, I got to do that. You were like, I must be open 7 days a week.
Well, that's one of the special things that, that we do. What makes us unique and a cut above is because you're talking directly to the owner, the chef. And if there's something special you need, I'm going to go out of my way to take care of you, because I'm grateful that you even love to come to my establishment or book me for home cooking or whatever it is. That's an honor for you to pick my food over all the competition that we have. So I'm not going to ever tell a guest no unless I'm like totally booked.
Wait a second, Tarantino, there is no competition out there. You are the competition.
Well, thank you very much.
You are. Now, Tarantino's, he doesn't like to brag about what he does, but you also have a celebrity chef, Tarantino Celebrity Show, which is a show you do cooking, and also you do an interview with them. What is that?
Yes, well, that's something that I've been working on for quite some time. The celebrity chef part came from the celebrity, not that I was, not for popularity reasons, but because I did a lot of stuff with celebrities. So that's why I called that. And this way the celebrities knew that they could hire me to cater their private events, and we wouldn't act all giddy and crazy. We'd handle them professionally, and they could feel comfortable dining with me and forget about, because, they deal with people bothering them and going crazy over them all the time. I want to be able to provide them that escape where they can just sit back, relax, have a professional chef take care of them, and not have to worry about anything. And as far as the cooking show, Cooking with Chef Tarantino, that's basically going to different businesses or having celebrities on the show. We cook a 10-minute dish together, or maybe I can have Ninon out of Las Vegas come cook with me on one of them. But and then we discuss what they do afterwards. So we'll cook a 10-minute dish together. They do their cooking, I do mine. Then after that, we sit down, we eat, and then I basically interview them just like you are doing with me today.
Absolutely. Now, when Tarantino just said that, maybe I'd fly out or wherever the case may be and do a celebrity cooking with him. Now, the reason he said that is because we started a show, and it's called In the Kitchen with Tarantino and Ninon. And this is in the works, and he loves it. And we just seem to have clicked. You know how some people click? When you have a talk show, it's very difficult. Like AJ and I just click. We don't have a problem with anything. It just works. And you don't have to work it, if you know what I mean. And it's the same with Tarantino and myself. We have this show, right, Tarantino? But it just clicks. We
have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we haven't. It's just cooking. It's cooking for 10 minutes, but it's actually a half-hour show. Because AJ, we have a lot of laughs. Have you seen the show, AJ, yet?
I watch the show all the time, and I made your recipes, and they're wonderful and extraordinary. And
any question you want to ask Tarantino, AJ?
Yes, I do. So you have plans in the future to come to Vegas. What are your plans for the future for Vegas?
I would love to open up a place like this in Las Vegas. It would be fantastic, and then continue to do our show with Ninon and be able to do that one-on-one. I mean, we're doing something that's fantastic just by two people meeting East and West Coast, cooking together, having a blast. It's really cool, actually. But then
it's better when we're together.
It is. You get that chemistry.
Yeah, the chemistry. Yeah, we have this chemistry, and we just kind of tease each other, and we just. And
so when is the wedding? When is the wedding?
Well, we haven't decided which year yet. All right, Tarantino, I'll let you tell the story. What you did? What did you do in my kitchen when you were here?
Well, on the first show that we've ever done together, she was just breathtaking, and all her, she was like moving in slow motion through the kitchen, if you will, and she was just driving me crazy. So I had to propose to her. I gave her some fresh Italian parsley and asked her to marry me. I got down on one knee, and she said yes. And it's been history ever since.
No, he said, I said yes twice.
You did. It was your subconscious, but you said it.
You were
trying to play hard to get, but you couldn't hide it.
I was trying, and my bouquet of flower was a bunch of parsley, and that was the real funny thing, the whole thing. So now I'm looking at the logo right next to you, Tarantino, and it's got this bull's head on it, which is not really Italian, but you have an Italian restaurant. So what's the meaning of the bull's head and the Italian restaurant?
Well, that is a fantastic question. And there's a couple of different things with that. One, when I moved to the South, when I put Italian restaurant after my name, people automatically associate Italian food with just pizza and pasta.
Correct.
They don't realize the large variety of different foods we offer. We have one of the best steaks and seafood. I mean, Italy's surrounded by water. And Tuscany is famous for their steaks and the family style cooking of the Tuscan steaks. So what I did was, after years of trying to figure this out, because the ladies would want to come eat with me, and the men were like not so sure because they wanted to have steak. And we have one of the best steaks that you can possibly put in your mouth. Tender, juicy, well marbled, cut with a butter knife.
Yeah.
So when I changed it, it worked out fantastic. Now there's an old what's the word I'm looking for? Not tradition, superstition. The bull's horn, which what I have on my necklace, they represent good luck, and they would keep evil away.
Keep that away, yeah, good.
They did that. No. It's an Italian superstition. It's supposed to represent good luck and be prosperous. So actually, a buddy of mine just sent this to me from Maryland. Excuse me, West Virginia. But no, the Italian, I'm sure he had an Italian horn. They all have them, because that's our grandparents and ancestors and all that. They used to wear it for good luck.
Yeah.
It's a good luck charm.
So that's the story of the bull's head on the logo.
Steak too.
Yeah, so it represents steak, that you have steak there. But that's a very wise move, because a lot of men, they don't want to eat the pasta, and they don't want to eat chicken again, and they have that at home. They want a nice piece of meat. Now we did, I believe it was last week, we did actually a how to cook steak. It was ribeye, if I remember rightly.
That's correct. We did a steak Alfredo with a balsamic reduction.
Yes, and it was absolutely amazing. But the most amazing part to it was we were making pasta, and I said, well, I don't have a pasta machine where you put the pasta in, and you turn this thing and it comes out linguine or spaghetti or whatever you want. He said, well, you don't need it. And I'm thinking, okay, let's see how this works. And you know something? We made linguine and it worked. And I was so surprised. How did you come up with this idea? Because that's not a modern way. That's a very old-fashioned way of how the Italians would make their pasta.
Well, I love everything that has to do with history and family, because as you already know, I'm a big family person, and that's why everything's the 20s and 30s and everything in the restaurant, because those days were really family was
family.
Exactly. Everybody ate together on Sundays, and on Wednesdays, everybody collaborate and bring food and just have a ball and do things from scratch and cooking in the kitchen with your mom or your grandma. And it's just fun. And I want to bring that back. And that's what we do here at the restaurant. Like the kids, I bring them up to my counter. We teach them how to make their own pizzas. And if someone wants fresh pasta, I just come and make it right here on the counter for them.
Yeah.
Just to bring back those memories and let you reminisce. And like I said, take you out of today's world, which is a crazy place. So if I can help you get away from that for a minute, I've done my job.
And you have done your job, and you're working very, very hard. And also you want to come to Vegas. He wants to come to Vegas. Number one, Tarantino wants to come to Vegas so we can do our show, but also I don't mind flying out to do the show there as well. But it's a little more, it's easier to come here because of the cameras and everything else, what we can do. And we've got the kitchen, the whole bit. Not that you don't have a kitchen, but that's what we want to do. But also, where do you see yourself going with your restaurant? Do you see yourself, because I'm always thinking of the future, and I'm always thinking of a bottom line, and I'm always thinking of business. So are you thinking of kind of, making this into a chain? Because I could see Tarantino's into a chain of restaurants, franchise.
The pizza concept, yes.
Wonderful.
The pizza concept, yes. And then, you know how musicians go on tour all over the country?
Yes.
Well, even when we franchise out, because I want to have 3 of my own in 3 locations that I'd like to be at. And then as they open up, not only will our pizza be all over the nation, but my goal is to set up bookings in each one of those areas. All right, Chef Tarantino's coming here tonight. So they can book me for my specialty, because nobody cooks all my pastas and steaks and all that. I have to do that personally. It's just so much better that way.
Why do you definitely want to keep, because that you're putting a lot of work on yourself, Tarantino.
I love it.
And you do, don't you?
I love it. I'm not even crazy about cooking all the time. What it is that gets me is the people.
Yeah.
I love to see the people happy, and that's what feeds me. And heck, for about 5-6 years, I didn't make any money. So that's what I was getting paid. Smiles, laughter. This is fantastic. Those compliments, and they still are my pay. That's what I love it, that I can help those people, bring families together, and they enjoy it. That smile on the face is everything.
And you're talking about the financial side of life. How is the financial side going? Is it going good? It's time to pay for itself, because you've only been open 2 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks? No, it's getting there quickly. We have a huge following. I mean, we're over 11,000 on our Facebook social media page. We have people from all over the country that follow us and support us, and a huge majority that are within a 60-mile radius here. We have people travel 2 and 3 hours to come eat with us.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing. What do you think, AJ?
Oh, I love it. And I loved his Chef Tarantino's chicken rattlesnake pasta that he made.
Yeah.
I make that all the time, and Jeff loves it. And I can't wait for him to come to Vegas and then have one of his pizzas and one of his great steaks.
There you go. What would you like to ask Tarantino, AJ?
I'd like to ask Tarantino about, now I know that you wrote a book, right? You wrote a book, but it's in the future. Is that right? Talk to me about that.
I wanted to have it published a year ago, and now I have even more information to add into it. Basically, the book, not only does it have recipes, it's a recipe book, and they're in volumes. And each volume, in the beginning of the book, it's basically an inspirational cookbook, if you will, one of a kind, I do believe. And the reason being it's inspirational is because it talks about all my challenges of starting with nothing and being able to build a brand, build my dream by continuously pushing forward with faith and hard work and determination. And if I can inspire someone else, doesn't have to be restaurant business, any dream, whatever it is, if I can help someone and inspire them to not listen to other people and follow their heart and soul, and they can get it done, then that's just awesome. Even if it's 1 out of 1,000,000 people I can help do that with.
It's so funny. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking, obviously we talk nearly every week and all the time, but you're sort of on the journey, not the destination. You're more of fulfilling a journey of what you're doing. The money is not really that important to you, though you need it because you've got to pay people.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you're very much into the journey and into the way of life. And most people don't do the journey, they do the destination, and they forget to live. And I think you and I'm not a money person either. I need money for the things I want, and I'm expensive. So what can I, I got to earn the money to do that. I'm just pre-warning you, Tarantino. I'm very expensive, but I'm also.
Don't worry about it. I got you covered.
Oh, he's a sweetheart, I'm telling you. But at the same time, it's not the money, it is actually the journey. And I think I want to tell people out there that take the journey, enjoy the journey, enjoy what you're doing, because for every day and every hour and every second that goes by, it's gone. You cannot repeat it, can you, Tarantino?
No, you cannot.
You cannot. So with all your cooking, what's your favorite thing when somebody orders something from you and they want that? What is your favorite thing to cook? And it's probably all of it, but there's got to have a favorite.
I get that question asked to me a million times. Guests ask me, what's my favorite thing to cook? And my favorite thing to cook is whatever you order. Because
I knew
if that's your favorite, it's my favorite. I want to make sure it's the best one you ever had, whether it's a chicken parmesan or a 20-ounce steak or whatever it is. I want that. That's my favorite dish. At that point in time, I'm going to make that dish for you, your favorite dish, the best I possibly can.
And that's amazing. Now, also, you're very family orientated, so you welcome children into your restaurant. A lot of people don't.
That's correct. That's correct.
So you invite children and family.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you like that. Do you ever sometimes say to them, let me cook you the dinner, none of you order, let me do it? Do you ever do that in your restaurant?
Oh, I have people do that all the time, make special requests, and they'll say, chef, just cook for us. I've built a lot of trust with people over the past several years. So they'll come in and say, chef, just make me something and we'll take care of it.
Isn't that amazing?
I mean, use my imagination and we just go to town and we have a blast. And of course, I know their palate, the profile of their palate after them dining so often. If I don't know, ask them a few questions, get an idea of what their palate's like, and we'll just create a dish.
So where did you get all this talent from with cooking and your book and your shows? And you're just all over the place. But you're all over the place, but it's still one thing. It's still one thing. It's still related about the Italian cooking, the Italian family, the Italian.
Yes, and it all comes from God. That's who's been my strength. So,
Chef Tarantino, can I ask you, how can people tune in to see your Instagram and Facebook shows? How can they tune in?
Oh, you just sign on to Facebook. It's Tarantino's on Facebook. It's also my business page. And when I live stream on that. And I'm also on YouTube at Chef Joe Tarantino. So I'll transfer that over to the YouTube channel also. And then, of course, I upload it to the Instagram, which is Celebrity Chef Joe Tarantino.
Okay. Are you still doing the Celebrity Chef show? Are you sort of on hold on that?
I'm on hold right now to make sure that all the logistics are worked out in the restaurant that we have here. We still have some bugs to work out as far as logistically to make sure everything's running smooth. And then as I can feel a little bit more relaxed, that I have confidence that it's running, with the pizzeria side of it things. And then we have everything. Because whenever you move into a new building, you're going to move things 100 times to figure out what works best and what people are ordering the most. So once I get that all taken care of, then I'll be able to start shooting again that show.
Yeah, you just said on your pizzeria side. What is that?
Well, because it's a pizzeria. Like I'm open at lunchtime, 11 to 2 for pizzas by the slice, calzone, strombolis.
Okay.
Then that's walk-in. It's counter service, just like an old pizzeria. I say, hey, Tony, your pie's ready. You know what I mean? And, it's fun. It's about the fun. Now, at dinner time, I flip the little sign around, then it's wait to be seated. We have our gangsters seat you at the door. We have people dressed up in the fedoras and everything. Everybody's got an Italian name, whether they like it or not, they're Italian. That worked, yeah.
What are the hours? What are the hours, Celebrity Chef Tarantino? What are your hours, and how do they make a reservation?
They would call the business phone. I'm on Google. I'm on every platform you could think of. ChefTarantino.com has the menu. Now, me personally, excuse me, I'm available at any time for anybody, for any private parties or events in home or at the restaurant, of course. But the restaurant operation hours are Wednesday through Sunday. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for lunch, which is just walk-in counter service. No, we don't have anybody serving you or anything like that. That's from 11 to 2 p.m. Then we shut down and reopen for a full-service dinner at 5 p.m. with the specialty menu.
That's wonderful. What was the phone number for them to reach the restaurant?
You would ask me that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
GOOGLE.
I was going to say,
You remember?
you know what's interesting is that you kind of have the Italy time schedule. If am I right? Am I correct, Chef Tarantino?
Yes, you are. I'll answer that one. Yes.
Thank you.
They take a break, right? And it's all about food and love, and food is life and love, right?
Absolutely.
It's a siesta. It's called a siesta. They all close at 2 and have a siesta, and everything starts back up at 5. Am I correct?
That's correct.
It's like, I mean, I've been to Europe many times. I'm sure you have, Tarantino, and everything closes down. You're sort of ready to go out shopping, and you're all out, and all of a sudden everyone's in a siesta and they're all sleeping. But then they stay up to what, 10, 12, 11, you know. In what is it, Milan, they don't have dinner. They don't serve dinner till 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Probably
an
have to eat at
evening
5
in
and 10.
right?
Yeah. I don't think
the number is 912-623-2200. My pizza chef just come over and showed me the number. He heard.
Well, you know, Tarantino, you don't call yourself, so how would you know the number?
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you what your number is. I know it's Ninon. Hey, Siri, call
Hi, Ninon.
Call AJ.
You know, isn't it sad? We all get so used to
Siri's
just
talking to me. I'm sorry. You're gonna get a phone call.
I'm gonna go. Oh, that is so funny. That is funny. You know, it's fun. I give my phone number out all the time. There's, that's your private phone number. I said, nothing's private around me at all. So I might as well give the phone number out. Everybody's got everything anyway. So what difference does it make anymore?
Or they can pay 99 cents and get all the info anyway.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I know we're coming to a close, right, AJ?
Yes, we have about 5 minutes left to wrap it up. And anything that Chef Tarantino would like to include or promote, please go ahead and contribute.
What would you like to
promote? Just the private bookings, private parties. I travel anywhere in the United States. Heck, I'll even fly out of the United States, wherever you guys need me. Tarantino's is a totally unique concept, because it's all literally, and I mean literally, based on love, food, family, and fun. And you're going to have a unique experience. Actually, what I post online is Tarantino's not a restaurant, it's an experience, and it truly is, because it's about sharing and just having family fun. All my guests that come in here, we have a blast. So anywhere you guys need me, we actually bring that. We can bring that environment into your home, and you would feel like you were totally somewhere else. So.
Yeah. How many do you cook for? What, 2? And then you can cook for how many? As many as they say.
I'll cook for what? You could be the United States Army and I cook for them. You just got to give me the time.
They'd love your cooking, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. So you were mentioning the other day something about New York. Now, you want to open up in New York as well? Because I think New York would be fabulous for your particular cooking.
Oh, New York City?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So
I'm looking, my personal ones, I would like to have one in Vegas, Hollywood, Florida, because my parents live about 10 to 20 minutes away from Hollywood, Florida. So I'd love to have my 3 locations and the places that I love to pretty much vacation in the most when I get the chance, when I ever have one.
Yeah,
which is Las Vegas, Florida.
Yeah, I think that they're prime places. Would you start opening the pizzeria? Because this sounds really cool. Everybody loves pizza, and the pizzeria, Tarantino's Pizzeria, I think would, because I know that your first name is Joe. I know that, but I very rarely call you Joe, because although you are Joe, you look like a Tarantino. More of a Tarantino than a Joe. And I think Tarantino pizzerias, I can just see it out there, because that's so Italian. It's such an easy name to remember.
That's only because you're in love.
Oh. In love. Yeah. Well, I'll be more in love when I text you and you text me back, and I know you're busy.
I know, I'm terrible at that. Terrible.
You are so bad at texting. Oh my goodness. But I'll forgive you. I will forgive you.
Thank you.
Back to your book a little bit. I when you came to my studio with James Kelly,
we were going to work on that together, I thought.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying right now, that you and I can work on that, and I'll start working on it with James Kelly, which is Quirky Minds Media Studios. I'm going to start doing that with you because I think this book definitely needs to go out there. You also asked me to have a recipe of my own. Well, my recipes take like 4 or 5 hours, so I don't quite know how we're going to do that. Because we do like roast dinners, you know, the English way of cooking is very strange. Nobody likes it. It's very bland.
The fish and chips are great.
Yes, they're really good. But, you know, I was married to an Italian, so I know a little bit about, you know, doing certain things. But I think getting back to the book, I think that we can definitely do that with James Kelly. He would love that. And I think, you know, having all your personal recipes in there. Do you ever, you have 2 little girls. How old are your little girls?
Oh, I have 3 daughters and a son, and I have 1, 2, 3 grandchildren. I have
hang on a second. I can understand the children. You've got like a 5 or 7-year-old.
7 and 9, and then I have oh gosh, I believe he's 23, and then a 25-year-old. My son's 23. My oldest daughter's, I believe, around 25. 3 grandchildren, and then a bunch of beautiful stepdaughters, which I don't like to use that phrase. So I have, from past relationships, these young kids that I've developed these great relationships with, and we've been like father-daughter forever. So I have like 7 more young ladies that are just like daughters to me. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, and I'm thinking, what's this about marriage? I'm going to marry the whole of Italy.
A big family of kids.
It's Italy. You know, it's so funny. When I married my husband, I didn't know this when I started dating him, but he had had 2 previous wives. And of course, I was just in love and all this fancy stuff. I didn't really go into his past life. And then after a few months, after I was totally in love with him, he had 2 ex-wives and 6 children.
Hey, we must have been brothers.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Nina. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have to wrap it up. And I want to give many thanks to our wonderful celebrity chef, Tarantino. Ninon?
Thank you, Tarantino. You've been absolutely amazing. A shout out also to all our audience out there, because without you, nothing happens. Believe me, you help us along this rickety road, which we've been having because of the COVID-19. At the same time, we wouldn't have had this show if COVID-19 hadn't come along. We did this because it was internet, it was at home, where we were all stuck. And so this show started through that, which is a wonderful thing. So we've got something good to say about COVID-19. Not much, but at least we've got that. But thank you to all the audience out there. Tarantino, you are amazing. Thank you for coming on today.
I love you.
I love you too. You take care. AJ, the best in the world, my producer. Amazing. Thank you. Take care.
AJ.
Take care. Bye-bye.